Hi, my name is Dee. In this video, I'll show you how to export setup data to a configuration package. You'll need the Application Implementation Consultant role to perform this activity. Before you can export to a configuration package, you must create an implementation project as described in the Managing Setup Using Implementation Projects tutorial. To start, I'll go to the Setup and Maintenance page. I'll open the Task panel and then go to Manage Configuration Packages. Next, I'll create a configuration package. To create a configuration package, I must select an implementation project. The task list of the implementation project determines which setup data will be exported. A default name is assigned to the configuration package based on the name of its source implementation project. I can change the name to something more meaningful if I want. I'll go to the next step now. This table shows what setup will be exported. The list is determined based on the task list of the implementation project I selected as the source of this configuration package in the previous step. When I select my setup object, if it has any predefined filters, those filter values are shown here. For example, when I submit this export process, setup data for application standard lookup will be filtered by only the values shown. Some of the setup objects may not have predefined filters, but I can still add one or more filter values to restrict export to a smaller set of setup data. For example, legal entity does not have any predefined filters, however, I can add filters. Since I've set up many legal entities but only want to export one of them, I'll add that as the scope. I'll add the ARIA Brazil legal entity. I can select additional legal entities, but this is all I need for now. Since I've finished my selection, I'll save and close. The selected legal entity is displayed in the bottom table. When I submit this export process, setup data of this legal entity will be exported. Now I'll go to the next step. By default, the export process runs as soon as I submit it. However, I could choose to schedule it for a later time. For now, I'll keep the default option and submit the process. I receive a warning that if I continue, the configuration package will be locked and exported using the definition I've specified. I'll no longer be able to edit this configuration package. If in the future I want to export with a different scope, I'll have to create a new configuration package. I'll select Yes to continue. The configuration package I just created and submitted for export is shown here. When I select it, the Export and Import Processes table displays the details of this process. I see the status of the export process I just submitted is in progress. I'll continue to monitor it until it completes. The export process has completed successfully, so now I'll download the configuration package file and save it to an appropriate location. I'll use this file later to import the setup data into the environment where I want to migrate my setup. Watch the Importing Setup Data from Configuration Packages video next to learn how to import setup data from the exported file. Thanks for watching.